I couldn't grab myself a copy of the original LEGO Island and get it working on a new PC in time for this video, but rest assured, I remember the original LEGO Island on PC, and I remember spending hours on it, clicking away on our Microsoft Space Helmet, and then we ended up getting LEGO Chess, LEGO Loco, and LEGO Creator, with those incredible LEGO spines on the case that you could clunk together. I mean, the cases were made of LEGO, they were fun before you even played the game. For being the first ever internationally released LEGO game for the masses, however, LEGO Island 1 had it all. A giant world to explore that you felt like you were a part of, lots of customization to get your imagination flowing, and horrible cutscenes. Now, can I say the same thing about the sequel on the PS1, LEGO Island 2, The Brickster's Revenge? Ages 6 to 99.
Sorry, Grandma.
We start the game off and we're given a loading disc that's also a pizza. Oh boy, look at this. We are in for a pricky treat here, aren't we? These are easily the laziest cutscenes I've ever seen. It's just two images flipping back and forth between this guy, the infomaniac, and everyone's favorite dude with the food who has only seemed to deliver pizzas in the 23 years he's existed, Pepperoni. Our first task of the game is to deliver pizzas across the whole island in exchange for Lego bricks to build a house. And what an intro to the residents this mission is, because I don't think I've ever seen such an undeserving bunch of creeps in my life. This guy looks like he's had too many lemons, and this lady here thanks me for the pizza with a headbutt. This doctor over here tells this preteen straight to his face that he looks good, and this guy can't help himself from sucking on my face. Oh, and by the way, I don't know how this lighting engine is being handled, but whatever it is, it's terrible. This place is downright unhinged. I gave this dude a delicious pizza earlier, and then I later find him squatting outside a stranger's house eating the floor. But all of these slightly demented moments in this game aren't enough of a distraction from how dull it is. I've been running around the island for about 20 minutes so far with no clue where I'm going, where to deliver pizzas, or where to find my remaining house bricks. The screen size is way too small for the scale of this island. There's no map feature at all, and by complete accident I ended up talking to a local twice in a row, with the second conversation ending with the guy pointing in the completely wrong direction to where I was standing. Funnily enough though, I thought this was a bug or something, until I unintentionally figured out that every character does this, and it turns out that they're actually just pointing towards where my next objective is. But do you know what else this means? It means that out of everybody on this entire island, the only person that has absolutely no sodding clue what's going on is your main character, Pepperoni. It wasn't until a total of 30 minutes on the first mission that I then found my final stop, the pizzeria, which was hidden behind a dump load of hills. The only restaurant in town, and you can't even get to it without a degree in mountaineering. Time to go and collect my final brick then. So after all of this, I finally get my last brick and go back to my house to finish building it. And then I get a phone call telling me to go back to the pizzeria hidden in the hills that I just came from. Also that I can pick up one last pizza delivery and give it to a criminal. This is the Brickster, and by the way, in the first LEGO Island, he escaped jail by using a pizza. So guess what happens here? He escapes jail by using a pizza. Even worse, everybody just watches him leave, including the police.
Hey!
Yeah, Pepper, you tell him.
After escaping, the Brickster then heads to the center of information, intelligence, and life itself on the entire island, and just strolls inside to steal a book that allows him to summon anything out of thin air. LEGO Island doesn't deserve to be saved. Throughout this entire process, nobody chases him, nobody stops him, nobody even shouts at him, and in fact, after he's got total control, they end up having a nice long chat while he's standing on a roof. It's all up to Pepper to catch the Brickster and save the day. You know, not these guys. So now the island has been taken over by the evil Brickster bots, and I've got to be honest, they do sound pretty scary. What are they gonna do to us? How are we gonna catch them? Once again, we're thrown into a mission where we've got to search around this unnecessarily large island with nothing else going on except for finding a load of colored Brickster bots to capture, which you can never find because they move around all the time, and the draw distance is so pitiful, you'll never figure out which direction you should be going in order to figure out where they ran off to. And once more, if you're totally lost, you can just ask any other resident on this godforsaken rock to point you in the right direction, meaning that even with the location of criminals, everybody knows what's going on aside from Pepper. None of these people who actually know what's going on and could just walk over to the collectibles are doing anything. No, let's leave it up to the kid who has a skateboard that is somehow slower than his run. The kid who can't jump over knee-high fences, but then sometimes he can. The kid who doesn't walk up paths and instead elevates himself up them. The kid who is allowed to pilot a helicopter but can't land it wherever he wants, so what's the point of using it? The kid who gave the main antagonist the keys to get out of his cell hell and nearly destroy the island all over again. I'm starting to lose it. I'm going to hide away in my beach of madness. The only, and I mean the only good thing I can talk about with this game so far is that for a 2001 PS1 title, the analog stick controls are some of the best I've ever used on the system. They're incredibly responsive to pressure, you can run freely in any direction, not just 8, and the camera controls on the right stick wouldn't be out of place in a first-person shooter nowadays. I'm really impressed considering the technology they had to work with. I know it came out earlier, but Quake 2 on PS1 would have worked way better with this setup. So well done, Lego Island 2. You're better than Quake. Anyway, after a literal hour of me doing nothing but walking around aimlessly, I finally get rewarded with a shitty little mini-game where you just press the correct button to knock the Brickster bots back down into Lego Island's central computer.
My desk!
Wait, if they're inside this computer and messing it all up, why are we smacking them back in? My god, who cares? I've got a boat now, so it's onto a new world, and hopefully there's something more fun to do this time. Oh, a medieval island. This is pretty cool. I suppose this can only mean that we get access to another slow and boring mini-game of collecting stuff. Oh, wow. Now I have a drunk horse that I can't control anywhere for the life of me. What's wrong with this thing? Do I need to take it out back and shoot it in the head? Oh look, it's another mini game. It's jousting, but with button mashing and awkward aiming that doesn't bloody work. I am absolutely lost. I can't take it anymore. This game is just as painful as stepping on a loose bit of real Lego.